And welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. I was, chatting in the chat.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta mute some things here before I can turn you up. So entertain everybody for a minute. Dance.
Oh, dance. I would like to take this moment to call out Sue YouTube for never calling the number and talking to me.
Sue has the VIP line. So I
get it.
I had several people this week that are like, please do the call in on Thursday night. Please make sure you have that. I want to call in. So I made sure that we included it, and then they're not here.
And where are they?
Yeah.
Where are you?
So Sue has the VIP line. So I said, Sue, you gotta be my backup, dude. And actually, I think he said it to me. He's like, I'll be your backup. I can be your backup. So Sue has the hotline. He has the direct line to the moon, and it'll always be that way because Sue's the dude. It's just no way around it.
Well, I just thought maybe I would get a VIP convo, but
well, you got the VIP number too.
I do. Oh, he says he'll call the line next time.
He said you can give Krissy my number too, so that Krissy can. And I should have done that. I should have been, hey Krissy, it's time to call Sue. But Sue,
Sue yeah. We'll call Sue and bring him on Profesh.
That's awesome.
I mean, me and Miss Tapman almost didn't even bring you. I mean, we were having a blast. I'm just saying.
Miss Tapman's awesome. I'm looking at the stream, and I got to just tell you, for all of those of you in the stream, every comment that I see, almost everybody is a member of the channel and has chosen to give back in that way. And it warms my heart that so many of you have chosen to give back in that way. Like it keeps the fire burning to do this. And more than keeps the fire burning to do this, because this is like a microcosm. My excitement level for this channel is what keeps my excitement level going for my journey. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it is something that keeps me engaged when I have weeks like the last couple of weeks that I have had, which have not been easy. And so why don't you tell me about, I want to give you the option.
It just told me I missed a call. Sorry, it never rang though.
Somebody's calling in now. Yeah, we would have loved to have had you, but you missed it by like 2 minutes.
But you suck.
Leave a message.
I would never say that. I would never say that.
Do you want me to talk about my week first, or would you like to talk? And I should say weeks, because I was supposed to bring you on last week. I got the migraine, and then we didn't.
Hold on.
Just let it go next time so we can dance.
I know, but I lost you, and I don't know where you are.
You lost me? I'm still here. I'm on the moon. Live on the Mounjaro.
I'm on my computer, and it's all linked, and so it just moves you away, and then
everything
I'm like,
went nuts.
You can see me, and I don't know where you are, so it feels weird to not look at someone.
I hear you. If you don't see yourself, you don't know that you're there.
So that's who it was, though. I don't know if it comes up the name on yours.
No.
But that new member, Melissa Rodriguez, I believe that's who it was.
Oh, I just looked down. Melissa, yeah, welcome to the stream, and welcome to the channel as a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member and giving back to the stream in that way. Did somebody else just call again? So I don't know.
I think it's the same. I don't know.
I tell you what, if somebody calls again, I'm just going to answer it, and we'll talk to them.
Okay.
We'll let them interrupt. Okay. But in the meantime, tell me about your week. I want to hear about your week.
There she is. She heard you, Dave.
Is she calling back?
Can you answer it?
No, my phone's not ringing. It just pops up and says missed call. But you could answer it. Are you doing your earbuds?
I am, but I can take it out.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, you start until she calls back.
Yeah, I'm asking you to do a lot. Could you answer the phones and tell me all about your crazy stressful week? No,
but hold on now. Sorry, yeah. I get shiny object.
Yep.
Julie just did $20 super chat, right?
Oh my goodness.
Do we now have a tie?
No, because I think unfortunately for the last guy, which I think was Pug, I think it was $19.99. So I think Julie upped it by a
Was
penny.
it Pug or was it Stephanie? Oh no, Stephanie was after me, so then it was Pug, who was.
It was
Oh,
Pug at $19.99. I mean, they're
oh my God.
all of these are super ridiculously generous. So thank you so much to everybody with the super chats. But yeah, that's Julie in the lead. So wow.
So if I beat them all, can I come give you your injection? Oh, you need to do it tonight?
I mean, no, I could wait till tomorrow. I mean, or whenever.
We could just do it
Give me your
live.
money.
Hey, we don't
No.
live far enough apart that I can't be like, y'all hold on and talk
That's
to Dave
true.
a minute. I'll
Like,
be over there.
yeah, like I can't talk for 5 minutes while you drive up the road.
Iowa, guys, real
So-
close. He saved me from a tornado.
Julie said, we appreciate you, Dave. And also I see Emily's here. I owe Emily an email. She sent me a nice email this week. I need to email you back. Sorry, it's been a little bit crazy. I haven't seen what she's put in the chat, but I'm sure it's super helpful. And Julie said, we appreciate you, Dave. I appreciate you. So thank you so much.
You're the best part of this channel, Julie.
Damn you. Okay. All right. So am I talking about my week or are you talking about your week? I'm talking about my week in case somebody calls, right? So I'll start. Yeah. And I'm talking about my weeks. So okay. My last couple weeks have been stressful. I mean, to put it mildly, I mean, that's not new. I mean, everybody kind of knows, especially if you're a member and you've watched some of my member live streams. Like I've been stressed. I think that like we've been staring down some big life decisions, which is always, you know, every big life decision feels bigger than it ultimately is. Like I really know in my heart of hearts, like the Lord has everything in control. He's got the whole world in his hands, right? But you know, sometimes it's hard to remember that. And when we're facing big decisions, everything just feels so massive. But we're staring down some big life decisions, some external stresses, all that jazz, right? And so I think that probably the last time you were on the stream, which has been a couple weeks, was probably about the last time I even opened my Weight Watchers app. So full transparency. I haven't touched my Weight Watchers app in like 2 or 3 weeks. So that sucks.
It's been a solid week for me. And I pulled one of those, Nick, I really got to get back on the wagon on Monday tonight.
After the weekend.
You know, until
after we get through those taquitos in the freezer.
Right. That pizza ranch that I ordered tonight.
Taquitos
I didn't
and
want to cook.
Right. Isn't this just the battle? So my week has been, my last couple of weeks have been a bit on the stressful side. And I've shared on the stream before, like the first thing to go is always my commitment to my health, which is not an excuse. It just, I let it happen. I don't think that in any stretch that I've gained weight. I mean, I've stayed right at about at the same weight. But I haven't been, there's other people on YouTube, other people who have been on the stream. I think of Robert Armstrong. He uses this phrase, don't waste the Mounjaro. I think that I probably have wasted the Mounjaro the last couple weeks, by letting maybe some emotional eating, like just eating to comfort or soothe. I've done that, if I'm being honest. And so where Mounjaro probably was giving me some appetite suppression, I was going, you know, and that's where I don't want to get off on a rabbit trail quite yet about this, but that's where like fighting obesity is about the mind, fighting the battle of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And these are a great tool to help you fight it on a biological level, especially if you're metabolically screwed up like I am. But this isn't going to do anything to fix what's up here and what's here, right? And Mounjaro has helped me do a lot of work up here because it's given me pause to be like, oh, wait, hey, I'm not actually hungry. I think that my lack of faith sometimes in the situations that I don't feel like I can control, I think I have let my lack of faith, which is very much a spiritual thing at this point, I've let my lack of faith let my fear take over, and I've let my fear be soothed with food. Does that make sense? And not to a level that I would without the Mounjaro. So I am thankful for that. But then I kind of have this thing going on in the background where I'm getting these migraines, which are probably stress induced. And so I'm stepping back on the dosage. So that's my week. I think I'm flat with weight loss. So I'm still sitting right around 280, depending on the day, 281, 279. How's about you?
I avoid the scale. Sorry, you're making me cry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying not to cry on YouTube, Dave.
I'm so sorry.
So I know how bad that we've both been doing, because since I started even modding your lives, we have talked almost daily, if not every other day, and we have been almost crickets this week.
We have.
We saw each other Sunday, and I think today or yesterday. Which, I mean, now that I put that together, it was yesterday we texted, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I put that together, and it feels like it was an entire week. Oh, that's so cool, though.
It's fun.
And I was like, oh, I miss Dave. And oh, you went from Sunday to Wednesday. It's not going to be the end of the world.
2 days without, or 7 days without Dave makes 1 week.
I know, just putting it out there. Like, I feel like we were, like, in some ways supposed to be brother and sister, you know, like
We pretty much are.
we live the same struggle, and
We do.
so I should really save this, because not that I'm not trying to like capitalize on it. It's just that I need to put this into words for my own page, but I had to sit and talk myself into going into work on Monday.
Yeah.
It was kind of a let's cry it out, and then let's just pull up our britches and go in.
Sometimes it do be like that.
I love my job, though. I mean, I 100% love it. I just think my thing is, I love what I do. I love all the things, but I just give everyone all of me all the time, that sometimes I stop to refill my cup, and then I get in this hole where I start like terribly blaming my husband because I feel like nobody's filling my cup, and like that's not their job. Like, I mean,
that might be getting into
of course,
the spiritual
right
side.
He was like, well, and so we had our Easter thing Friday, Good Friday. We had our Easter thing, and I came home just completely exhausted, and I just laid in bed, and I didn't even want to eat, but I knew I needed to eat. Friday, I hardly ate anything, and so I was like, you need to like give your body something, because some of this is probably hunger, and we need to differentiate.
Yep.
But I don't know if the rest of your people don't really know this about me, but if I'm laying in my bed after work or after whatever, don't get me wrong, this is like a 15-hour day from work to church to coming home, and I was exhausted. But if I lay in my bed and I feel depressed, like I get super scared, because I used to do that a lot. That used to be a lot of my life. And that's how I got to be 320 pounds years ago. And that's what I'm personally working, not only trying not to get back there, but also trying not to become diabetic, all of the things. But yeah, it's been a very bad mental health. And I did a Facebook Live about, kind of that this week, and just that, I know that I'm eating like crap when I feel like it, and my mental health is in the toilet.
Yeah, they're all intertwined, the mind, the body, the spirit. And when one's out of whack, the other ones feel it. And that's for sure. And I mean, I'll just say this on behalf of everybody who's watching, like, thank you for being so honest. I know everybody here that's in this stream, none of them follow you on Facebook, but you posted that thing, and I watched it and I was like, I love this. Now shut up and put it on YouTube. Because like the world needs more people who are honest, and just so raw like you are. I mean, you're just so honest about your journey. And like, I even find it hard for me to be like really honest. Like me being vulnerable was a few weeks ago, and I was like, I went through the drive-through and had 3 chicken sandwiches. I'm learning to be more vulnerable. You're helping me get there because that's who you are. I think it's just harder for a dude to be like, I was sad, so I ate. I was stressed, so I ate. But like again, that's Mounjaro. Mounjaro is like giving me pause to do that because I go like I'm actually, if I really think about it and I really listen to my body right now, I'm not hungry. I just
I'm
need
bored.
I need
Or
to calm down. I
I
need
want to
to
feel happy.
I need that dopamine hit. I need, yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, whatever it is, like I'm needing something in that moment that I'm used to food giving me, and it's not giving me that as much anymore because I haven't eaten as much. And I say that Mounjaro is not giving me appetite suppression like it was, and it's not, but it's still, I think it's naive of me to think that it's giving me nothing. Because like we'll see. I've thought about going off of Mounjaro completely for like a month and then starting back over at the 2.5. Because as we get closer to June, unfortunately, less people are going to be taking it. So it'll be easier to get those lower doses. And I think that what we'll do is we'll ultimately start at the 2.5, move up to the 5, the 7.5, the 10, the 12.5, and then the 15, and see if that slower titration schedule, which seems to be where most people are who are having a lot of success on Mounjaro, they're following that titration schedule. And even a lot of them are camping out like, hey, a lot of them on 2.5. They're like, I'm on 2.5 and I've been on it for 3 months and I've lost 30 pounds. And then they're starting to feel the suppression wane. So they're to the 5. Like I blew through it. Part of that was because like I'm type 2 diabetic. So I wanted the best control that, the best glucose control, the best appetite suppression that Mounjaro could give me. In my mind, that was 15 milligrams. I don't know that that's the case. I think everybody's body is different, and I don't think that more necessarily equals best. So, and that's kind of where I am right now. I mean, I've even kicked around the idea of going off of Mounjaro for a little bit and switching over to a semaglutide so that I have some glucose control in the meantime, and then going back on Mounjaro. I love Mounjaro. I mean, I think this medicine, GLP-1s in general, I mean, I'm an evangelist at this point for these medications. They are a game changer from the biological standpoint, but do not get it twisted. This is not going to fix your this, and it's not going to fix your this. It's a tool to fix your biology, to help fix your broken biology. And it will aid you in recognizing some things that'll help you fix this and can help you fix this, but it's not going to fix them ultimately. I do want to say that I did tell, who was it that was trying to call in? Was it Melissa?
Melissa,
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
did.
realize that you were texting in that too. I was
Yeah, I
like
saw it come up, and so I did.
trying
So
to
I
tell him
told
who
her.
I was, and then I realized it was you asking who this was, and
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
told her to go ahead and
shoot.
call. So if she wants to come back in, she is more than welcome. And so just so you know, I may pick up the phone at some point here. And
Two things I did though this
yeah,
week was I was trying to, for those of you who don't know, I'm still taking my phentermine, which I started prior to this. I tried to cut it in half this week, and I think that helped that rabbit trail. So I went back to a full pill 2 days ago. And so I think that's telling me that I do need to maybe, I have my check in 2 weeks. I need to go up a dose, or you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
1.0 isn't it for me, I think.
yeah. I would say that,
I want to be where
anecdotally,
I can only do the Wegovy,
yeah.
you know.
I think you're better off to be on the highest dose of a GLP-1 and be off the phentermine completely, because the
But
phentermine's
I do
toxic.
think the phentermine, okay, so I do think I'm undiagnosed ADD. And
Yeah.
I think that's why it doesn't affect me like it affects you.
Oh, well, I am diagnosed ADD. I
Well, then
actually am.
that's super weird that it like twacks you out like that,
Well, so
because a
I was on
stimulant should
I
make you
was
normal.
for years and years and years, I was on Adderall up until a few years ago. Um, and I got bad migraines on Adderall. And
Yeah.
so I kind of stopped it, and it did a lot of stuff for me. It helped me have clarity of mind. It helped me focus on a task and complete a task and do some of those things that are challenging for me, to keep a thought pattern in one direction and not go off 30 different directions. But yeah, the phentermine, I don't know what the difference is between that and Adderall, but it hits me different than Adderall does. But
I'm just
everybody
naturally more
biologically is
crazy and used to it.
yeah, that could be it. So yeah,
Baseline crazy.
we're by the way, Stephanie said phentermine makes me mean and depressed, and I clean my house constantly. So you might be mean and miserable to be around, but at least you got a clean house. So we're going to bring Melissa into the stream here. I don't know Melissa. I don't know that I've interacted with her, but we're going to bring her in. Melissa, welcome to the moon.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. Better than I deserve. I will tell you that.
Hello, Melissa.
Hello. Oh, I'm so excited to talk with you guys.
So yeah, we're so excited to have you here. So thanks for becoming a member of the channel. I so appreciate you giving back in that way. How long have you been watching the channel, Melissa?
So I probably found it around, I'm gonna say like December. I started Mounjaro in August. And I was doing like a ton of YouTube research on it. I just didn't want to get like shocked by side effects. I wanted to be prepared.
Right.
So I started like YouTubing the life out of it, and and then I came across yours, and it's been awesome. I wanted to thank the both of you for speaking about this, for your vulnerability, for like talking about like the taboo things. You know, like I'm on the phentermine now. I actually started like before the Mounjaro, and I think it's been equally part of my success, like Mounjaro and phentermine.
Yeah.
You know,
so
I think it's that missing piece of appetite suppression, if you can tolerate it.
Yeah.
To keep you, not skipping 5 doses to the 15 milligrams.
Yeah. And Melissa, so I had a prescription of phentermine right prior to Mounjaro. Krissy's had it. I pretty much stopped taking it once I started taking Mounjaro. I've probably taken it 4 or 5 times over the last few months. I just don't like the way it feels, but we're both on it. And it adds an extra oomph when it comes to the appetite suppression. That's for sure. So I'm glad that it's helped you out. And I also thank you for watching the channel for that long, because I can tell you, I started not too long after you in November, and I did the same thing. I came to YouTube and I was like eating up all the videos that I could. Right. And so I just thought there was a little bit of a deficit of information, and also from the male and the diabetic perspective. So that's why I started this channel. But I'm so thankful that you watched it. So what dose of Mounjaro are you on right now, Melissa?
So I am on the 12.5, and I think so. I'm like almost scared to ask my pharmacy when my coupon expires. I went to my PCP in August to get blood work done to go to a diet doctor. And while I was sitting there, he had like a sign on his door that said, like, we ask us about our diet plan or whatever. And I found out that he was giving phentermine, and it was like significantly cheaper than this diet physician I was going to go to. I am like insanely scared of anesthesia. So this was like my last Hail Mary before like going in for weight loss surgery, because it was kind of like the one part of my life that I stopped focusing on and I couldn't control. So I got like hyper focused on like momming and my kids and everything, and it like made me mistakenly think that I was like filling my cup, but not with my own health and well-being. I
think you're preaching.
Everybody else in my family.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being so vulnerable there. I think you're speaking Krissy's language, and I will also say too, it's not much different for me from the male perspective. I feel like I give my employer 100%. I feel like I give my wife 100%, my kids 100%.
You give your wife 125%. Dave dates his wife. Like,
she's pretty dateable. I love her. She's wonderful. She's so good to me, and she's so good to my children. She's everything that any man would want in a wife and beyond. But I get what you're saying, Melissa, like, especially for moms. Like, when I say as a dad, I feel like I give that much. I don't know that I always do. Moms give like more than what's in their tank. They run it dry, and then when it's empty, they go into the reserve tank until they sputter out and pass out in the bed. And it's a tiring and thankless job to be a mom. And it's very easy to, I think, just from my own observation of my own wife, it's just very easy to give them, it's second nature to give them everything that you have. And so it's not a surprise when for some people, it just, the health is what takes the back seat. And so I'm glad that you found phentermine and that you saw some success with that. I'm glad that you have found Mounjaro and have found success with that. I'm sorry, did you say what dose you're on, Melissa?
So I'm on the 12.5 now. I haven't asked my doctor. So I reached my weight loss goal, which is something that I never thought I could.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know. I will say, like, I did work like in all aspects, like my faith, my mental health. I didn't want to be on this forever, so I did like make like a conscious effort to eat better.
Good.
It's been like 8 months, I think, and I've lost 95 pounds. So I don't want to lose anymore, but I do want to titrate off.
Yeah.
And since I think my coupon runs out in June, I'm like scared to ask my pharmacy because I'm scared they're gonna like notice and start wanting to. I am like just writing the 12.5 wave. Actually, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I have a prescription for 5, 10, and 12.5.
Yeah.
They didn't have the 7.5 like when I was when I needed it. So I went to fill the 10 one the other day, and the pharmacy said the insurance doesn't cover it. That my coupon didn't apply, and it was going to be $160, so I didn't take that one. I took the
Well, so the coupon will only work every 23 days, just so you know. But your insurance, as long as the dosing is different, the insurance has to cover it. Like they're not going to cover 2 5-milligram prescriptions in the same 21-day period. Your insurance won't. But they'll cover a 5 milligram and a 7.5 milligram. They have to, because it's considered an entirely different prescription. So I would say if I were you, I would be looking towards maintenance, and I would be talking to your doctor about what dose do you think I need to be on to maintain this weight loss? And, you know, I don't want to discourage you at all, but I mean, the clinical research would tell you that most people need to be on some level of a GLP-1 to maintain. And maybe for you, it's not the GLP-1. Maybe it's more like a phentermine or even an oral GLP-1 like Rybelsus, something a little less intense than a shot. But I
think it's the Mounjaro because I don't have diabetes, but I do have PCOS, which I know is like the hot topic now.
Yeah.
And whatever. But I think there's something
just as bad.
Mimics diabetes.
Yeah, high insulin levels.
Yep. Been so successful for me because I think there's something to that.
You're absolutely right. It increases your insulin sensitivity. So what most people don't understand is that most people who are obese, overweight, they're running around, even though they may not show up as diabetic in their blood sugars, it's because their body is cranking out gobs of insulin to keep the blood sugars down. And the reality is that when you have gobs of insulin in your blood, it's nearly impossible to lose weight. It's very, very difficult to lose weight because it's very hard to reverse insulin resistance. So what Mounjaro does is it increases your insulin sensitivity. So your body makes less insulin to control your blood sugar the same way. And so that's just one of the mechanisms by which it acts. And so you're absolutely right. But you are going to get that with any GLP-1. So I would, perhaps not as good as Mounjaro. Mounjaro is the king of the hill. I mean, I can't lie there. But if you were to say, I'm going to go on Ozempic, the smallest version of Ozempic, because maybe your insurance covers that for PCOS, or even on, the weight loss side, you probably had a luck with Wegovy because you're down to your goal weight. But, be talking to your doctor. Like maybe now's the time to get a 2.5 script and be filling that every 30 days along with whatever you need in the meantime to maintain. I don't know if this is good advice to be giving somebody or not, but it's definitely.
I didn't know that I could take both. That's kind of
like what I was I'm not saying take both, but I'm saying you can fill both. Yeah. So definitely take it as directed by your doctor, but fill the prescriptions. That's what I would do anyway. I'm not going to lie. That's, if I had the prescriptions, I'd fill them. Just
he
because,
would
say that again.
And with the coupon code,
so that
doesn't I get titrate back really? It's very expensive.
Yeah. The coupon, unfortunately, like I said, is only going to let you run the coupon every every 23 days. But what you could do is you could, you said your coupon runs out in June. So I would ask your doctor for a 3-month prescription worth of, what is it? April. It's almost May. So I'd ask your doctor for a 3-month prescription of whatever dose he wants to put you on for maintenance, which is probably about 2.5 or maybe 5. So ask him for a 3-month script of that. You can fill that with your coupon. You'll be able to fill that script with your $25, and that'll get you 3 months. And then next month, fill your last dose of, maybe titrate back to ask if you can titrate back to a 10. And then also during that month, fill a 5. And so you're lowering down. I mean, talk to your doctor. Your doctor is going to help you navigate all this. I shouldn't be even giving you, ideas, but
so awesome. You see, this is really helpful. Really. I mean,
good.
This is stuff that I would never.
Yeah. And this is probably a good point for me to stop and just give the caveat that I am not giving medical advice. I am not a doctor. I do not represent Eli Lilly. I don't pretend to be a doctor. I just pretend to be a guy who talks on YouTube, who takes Mounjaro. So I'm just telling you what I would do, take it for what it's worth. But the one piece of advice that I'll stand by is talk to your doctor. Your doctor understands how all this stuff works even better than I do as far as the insurance and stuff. So just tell them your situation, and they should be able to help you to walk through it. And I'm so thankful that you called in tonight, Melissa. Thank you for joining.
No, thank you guys. And thank you for this channel.
Oh,
thank you.
You're so welcome.
Have a wonderful night. I will stay on and watch.
All right. That sounds great. Thanks.
Awesome to talk to you guys.
So good to talk to you. Thanks so much for calling. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What a sweetheart. That does my heart good.
What a rock star.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love people who called in the other night too. It's just like, these people are naturals. People should all be making their own channels. And I hope that many of them do. Just a shout out to Fat Guy No More. Ken Lee's here in this stream. Ken, we gave you a shout out earlier. We'll just, for good measure, we'll just say, Ken, he's in the building. Kenny, met him at the local brewery. So we have a local brewery here. Ken used to brew his own beer. It was called Manfish. I think he talks about that a bit on his channel. But we have a place
in Cedar Falls.
Yeah, that's at Single Speed. So we have a Hostess bread factory growing up in our downtown of our city. It's right by my work. And when I was a kid, we would drive in the downtown area and it just smelled like freshly baked bread all the time. Well, Hostess went defunct. They closed it up, but then these investors came in and bought it and turned it into a brewery. And it's a super cool place. So Ken and I met there and had lunch there, and that was real fun. Hey, Ken, did the Iowa Cubs get the W tonight? Just curious. Yeah. So, hey, I am so appreciative of each and every one of you who has joined the stream tonight. You guys are wonderful. And I didn't know what you were doing, so I just took you out for a minute.
My computer was on energy saving mode, so I had to plug it in.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't drop my iPad.
That's good. I did that.
I was laughing so hard.
It's funny. So last week when we did this call-in show, I completely dropped my iPad in the middle of the stream. It's like on a little stand, and I tried to adjust it to get the phone closer to it, and it just fell to the floor. And like when you go back and look at your YouTube analytics to see what part of your video is popular, there's this huge spike up in the middle of this video, and I looked at it. It's when I dropped the iPad. So apparently that was like
if I could tell this story, it would be better, because Dave was in a position where his head was like this. So I lifted my computer to mimic, because he'll watch me down in the corner. So he knew. So he went to move it, and then it fell. And I am rolling backstage, just like almost crying. It happened.
Yeah. I'm like, woo, everything is broken.
That's what put me over the top when you said that.
I like to think that I recovered nicely. So let's get into this before we end the stream, because we really need to go over the big elephant in the room.
I think everybody might know.
Yeah, so the Cousins challenge is over. It's a done deal. And you won handily. Like, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't even that bad.
I don't.
It
So
was
what?
like, I don't even remember the actual numbers.
You lost about twice the amount of weight that I did. I think I was down like 4 pounds maybe, and I feel like you were down close to 8 or 9.
Maybe 8.
It
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
remember.
Whatever it was, you won. So you got to tell
Dave
me.
better be okay. He has not been to Field of Dreams, nor has he watched the movie and not eaten cottage cheese.
I have failed as a Midwesterner.
I don't think you're Iowan.
I might not be.
I mean, I know
What
your
am I though?
parents.
I'm very pale.
I don't know. I think that your dad went out of town. Like maybe he took Brooke to Colorado once and like found you on the side of the road.
He
Like
must have.
nobody knows what that means, but
wherever the palest
Colorado,
people
Reno.
are, then yeah,
wherever her mom
Wherever.
lives.
So Krissy won the cousins challenge. So at some point, you're gonna have to tell me what cut of steak you're eating, and you're gonna have to buy the nastiest cottage cheese you can find, or you can just leave a gallon of milk out and shake it up.
You're
after
getting
2 days.
the small curd 4% milk fat that you can pick up in a scoop and it won't fall out because it is the best. So good. But Dave's sister said I can't give him fruit or anything with it. He's got to just appreciate the cottage cheese on his own.
Like you're gonna see me turn into my children real quick when you put food I don't want to eat in front of me. Like every meal is a battle with my kids, and we're like, why won't you just eat it? Like you're gonna see me turn into Sawyer.
Oh, you're gonna sit with Sawyer, Cooper, Benny, and Evie around you, and they're gonna watch you because you're gonna have to make a good example for the kids.
Yeah, maybe what we do is we live stream this for the members. Because if we live stream it for just if we live stream it for just the members of the channel, then maybe the kids could be on the video too. I don't want to be on them to be on big YouTube, but they could be on like little YouTube.
We don't like to exploit children.
Just in process. Welcome to the stream. And she said that you should make a short like BJ did with the collard greens, and I fully intend to make a video of it. It will be a video. And BJ Davis has a short where his wife convinced him to try collard greens, and it was hilarious. That was a while back, but yeah, you should check that out on BJ's channel. I haven't seen BJ here tonight. Not to call him out, but unfortunately, we don't have BJ here tonight. I did plug his Discord, davisdiscord.com, where the best conversations it's like an infomercial for BJ's Discord every week. davisdiscord.com.
Made the national news.
Well, let's give it its proper. Davis Discord, the best conversations of GLP-1 on the web. You're welcome, BJ. But it's great. It's a great place. All our cool people are over there. So yeah. So with that said, I don't really have anything else. What do you got anything else?
I want to thank you for your channel, because without this channel, I would just be home on a Thursday night.
Without this channel, without this channel, I wouldn't have seen you since Christmas, probably. Although I think during the storm, did we tell people that you came over during a bad storm?
Dave saved me from a tornado.
Something like that. She got to come into the
went
cave.
off and they said it was in my town, and I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't drive to my town because that wouldn't be smart.
But it's probably solid reasoning. And she came and she's like, I just went to Martin Brothers, which is like a bulk store, like a local Sam's Club, basically.
It's more like a restaurant supply.
Yeah. Like you don't buy a bag of French fries, you buy a case of them. Yeah. And she's like, I just got all sorts of stuff from Martin Brothers. I'm like, great, go home and eat it. Because I don't think the challenge was over at that point. Maybe it was. I don't know.
No, because that Saturday night we accidentally didn't have kids and went and ate Mexican, and I got food poisoning.
Oh, you got food poisoning, yeah. So I'm gonna call foul. I'm just gonna throw.
Because I only lost 2 pounds that week.
Yeah, but you still lost 2 pounds. Like if I would have got food poisoning, maybe I would have lost weight.
You could have. Next time, I'll take you to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, take me with you so I can get food poisoning too. It's cheaper than Mounjaro, really. Are you muted now? I don't know. You're either muted or I muted you. I don't know. I've been messing with the microphone. Maybe I muted you.
Oh, my AirPod went dead, so mute went on. I mean, that makes sense, right?
All good. Yeah. Well, I would like to close the stream by saying each and every one of you who have joined tonight, you are the best part of this channel, especially Krissy. We'll call Krissy's the best part of this channel tonight because Krissy won the Cousins Challenge. And I'm gonna give second best part of this channel to Melissa, who called in, because that was a great call and so nice. Like, she just seemed like a sweet gal, and so nice to hear from her and hear that she's been following the channel since December. Like, that's just so nice. And she also became a member. Thank you to each and every one of you who became members. And I can't forget the big thing. So I don't know, going back, way back up in the chat to the gift of
take the
$20
shot.
for Julie.
Yeah.
So Julie had the biggest super chat of this evening. I'm just making sure I didn't miss something else while we were chatting. And I don't think
I do have to tell Ken, though, since he says he's glad you didn't take him for Mexican. That would have also been a good way to bust through that plateau.
Yes. There's no, I mean, there would have been a great way to bust through the toilet. Julio, she gets to choose the injection site. Now she's saying any suggestions. Yeah, I mean, be kind to me. That's all I ask. So if you're just joining the stream, the biggest super chat of the night gets to choose where I inject my first 12.5 milligram shot. Julie O at $20. She won it. Now Julie is trying to figure out where. Cheryl says the nostril. Wow, these people hate me.
If you put it in your face, then is it really Ozempic face?
Hey. Mounjaro face. I mean, why it would swell up like this?
Moon face.
Moon face. Nice. Did you come up with that, or did Sue? That seems like something Sue YouTube would come up with.
Moon face is what you get from high steroid use.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
Also from injecting Mounjaro into
also from the Mounjaro.
I'll
be nice and say butt.
Julie said, I'll be nice and say butt. JK will go with the abdomen.
You can just sit on the pen and it'll go.
Yeah. Like, if I wasn't afraid of getting like some sort of content strike on the channel, I would inject it right into my booty. I mean, that can't be bad. It's not suggested, but it can't be bad, right? So, all right. So we'll do it.
Oh my gosh, this is the best part of my week right here.
This 12.5 shot is the best part of this channel.
Well, that and the conversation that it ensued.
We call it
no pun intended.
With your migraines, I'd make sure to be as SQ as possible. Abdomen vote.
The fattest SQ. Part of your body.
That's definitely my stomach. All right, ready? All right, well, I'm going to put the microphone right down. That sounded really weak.
It did.
All right. It's a done deal. Abdomen. Your big toe based sir said. Based sir called in and told us about his forays with the compound terzepatide the other night. So that was cool. So yeah, did y'all hear the click? Click, click, clickety click. Everybody loves that sound. You all are the best part of this channel. Thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. We had a blast. Krissy, thank you for joining. Thank you for modding. I really do owe you. I'm going to get you the biggest, fattest steak.
I can only eat about like 5 ounces of steak, so don't waste too much money.
Good.
We'll I don't like fatty meat. I'm kind of picky. Yeah, a fillet. Yeah. Bacon wrap fillet. Yeah. There you go.
Perfect. I'll get you Mexican food.
No. Okay. I mean, it worked last time.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, folks, for joining the stream tonight. Thank you for those of you who came member. Thank you for those of you who participated in the super chat. That was awfully nice and generous of you. So shout out to Julie. Shout out to Melissa for becoming a member. Shout out to Miss Tapman for her 2-month membership. Pug for your $19.99 contribution. There was somebody else at $9.99. I can't go that far back up in the chat. Stephanie, I think it was. Sue gave a $2 deal, I think. Krissy, you gave a $4.99. So, and I'm remembering those ones off the top of my head because it's not letting me go back that far. I feel bad. every time you give me all your time during the week. So thank you. Shout out to Krissy, who gives her time to the stream every week. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining, being a part of this channel. If you're interested in becoming a member, links in the description. Check out the links to the previous On the Pen lives, all my videos, all that jazz, and we will see you on the pen next week. Thanks for joining. We will see you next week.